In this video, we're gonna go over 5 things every editor should do. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you will get updates anytime we upload a brand new video. So with that being said, let's get started right after the intro. Alright, so now that we are in Vegas Pro 16, we're gonna start off with the first thing every editor should do. Number 1, create templates. Creating templates is actually a must for every single editor, because if you're going to start a new video, for example, for your YouTube channel, if you have to start from scratch every single time you want to make a video, it's going to take so much time to start from scratch, get everything back up again. I'm going to open up a project that I have saved as a template. Alright, so this is the template I'm currently using. So you guys are all familiar with the intro, so I have this intro right here, and then the only thing I need to do is I just need to go out, film the video, drag in the footage, and then as you can see I can just drag them and time it with the intro. I also have this name up here, lower third, coming in right here. If I play it through, as you can see with my names. So when people are tuning in for the first time, they will just see my name and know immediately who I am, obviously. So that's what I have. I also have this thumbs up animation I can use for when I say, please like the video, for example. And I also have a subscribe button right here with a ping sound effect. When I say subscribe if you're new, I can just make this guy pop up. That's basically what I use for my template. I also have social media from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, obviously, and Twitch. And at the very end, obviously, I also loaded in my outro. So when I'm doing my outro, I can just drag this in, as you can see if I play this through. So this is the template that I'm using and what you should use as well. Create templates are going to save so much more time, because if you need to create everything from scratch, you're going to lose so much time, because templates are really time saving. Number 2, save projects. The second thing that every editor must use as well is saving your project regularly, because if you're going to create a video, you're editing all into it and you haven't saved it, for example, in the past 2 hours, you only saved it like once when you just started out. What you need to do is just press Ctrl S on your keyboard, or you can hit File and then you can click on Save. Because let's say that you're editing, for example, like 2 hours, at one point Vegas decides to crash upon you. If that happens, Vegas might remember where you have left off and catch it up from there, but if not, you will lose, for example, all of this footage. If I'm deleting that in my timeline, you need to drag it all again and you need to make all the effects again. Every few cuts, make sure to just press Ctrl S so it's going to save, so then you can safely say, okay Vegas, if you want to crash right now, go ahead, I just saved it, I'm not losing any progress, because that's happening to me like a lot of times. Vegas Pro 16 has released a couple weeks ago, but still the program is not really that crash free, so I just want to recommend to press Ctrl S every now and then to make sure that you will save your progress, so you won't have to start all over again when it crashes. Number 3, take a break. Taking a break is really important, because if you're editing for hours and hours straight, you gotta take a break, because that can also avoid headache. You can also avoid your eyes getting irritated, and if you leave your computer for maybe 15 to 30 minutes, if you come back, you will be set and refreshed, and you can keep editing and new ideas will pop up into your mind. Because if you're going to edit, for example, I'm just saying something, just 6 hours. If you're editing for 6 hours straight without a break, you will be so exhausted at the very end. You will just be overthinking things. There is so much possible in this program, and if you're going to not take a break, you cannot give your head some rest, and if you come back, you will have some more ideas. But if you're going to edit hours and hours and hours straight, it will just be really energy consuming, and you will not be refreshed and sad and everything to get back at the editing. So taking a break is really important. I do it as well. I usually, per video, I'm taking around a 30-minute break, and then I get back again and finish the video. Number 4, use shortcuts. Since the beginning of video editing softwares, there always has been shortcuts, because if you have to do everything manually with your mouse, not really that handy. When you're editing, for example, and you want to go ahead and cut, I'm just gonna drag in this horizon clip. Let's say that we want to go ahead and cut a few things. What we can also do is we can just go ahead and, for example, click somewhere and then, for example, hit, and then you want to click split, and that's how you can also cut things. But if you want to use shortcuts, for example, what you can do is, let's say, oh, I want to cut a few frames further. You can just use your arrow keys on your keyboard, as you can see, to move up the marker. You can press S, for example, to go ahead and cut it. You can also, for example, press Ctrl Z to undo what you just did. As you can see, you can also, just like the other step, save projects. You can press Ctrl S to save your progress. What you can do is you can just press S. You can just press S here again. Normally, without shortcuts, you would just do everything manually. Right click on here. You want to click on delete. But what you can also do now is just press the delete button, hold left Control, highlight these clips. Then you want to press G on your keyboard, and that's going to group them. Now they're going to be grouped. If you want to move them, they're going to be moving together, and those are shortcuts that you can use for a long time, because it's going to be so much easier to just use your keyboard instead of right clicking everywhere. So that's a really important step in the process. Number 5, use effects. So the last step is very crucial if you want to spice up your video, make your video pop and everything like that. So, not a sponsor, there's a website named productioncrate.com, and this is basically the source for everything. Doesn't matter what kind of video you're editing. If you're editing a vlog, you want to make something cool and you want to have nice pop-ups, everything can be found here. So from vlogs to action movies, if you, for example, need bullet holes or missile, as you can see, overlays or magics, anything you can imagine, visual effects, MoGraph and editing, sound effects, music, they have it all for you. So let's say that we're editing an action movie and we need a couple of effects. What you want to do is you want to go to the search bar at the top, you want to type in missile, and then if I scroll down, as you can see, we have all kinds of overlays. You can download them completely for free, implement them onto your videos. And what is also cool, if you don't know how this works, they also have tutorials on their website. They have been really helpful for me and so many other channels around the globe. They literally have everything you can imagine, from transitions, lower thirds, to lens flares, to sci-fi, vehicles, dust and smoke, fire and sparks, explosions, everything you can imagine, they have it in store. Make sure to check out the description, and if you want to go ahead and get a subscription for only $4 a month, that's only $49 a year, you will get so many more premium effects that you have to check out. If you want to go ahead and pick up a pro membership, make sure to check out the link in the description. You can find it there, and there is just so helpful. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel. They have awesome tutorials coming out about how to use their effects, if there are any new effects coming up on their website anytime soon. So make sure to do that. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. Those are 5 things every editor should do. Make sure to go ahead and share this video with other editors so they can see it. So that's it. Now I will see you guys in my next video.